everyone. Welcome to this session on Cloze Passage. So Cloze Passage is a paragraph, or it could be a couple of just two sentences also, but generally it's 4 or 5 sentences that are there that form a paragraph, and there are a number of blanks, right? So it is not just a single sentence fill in the blank. There are a number of blanks within that paragraph, and you have to fill in the blanks with the right word so that the sentences make grammatical sense and logical sense, and together the paragraph is a very logical paragraph. The idea flow is very logical. So these questions, they come for the BankPO and clerical in the prelims examination, and yes, so we are good to go. So let us proceed. And yes, I must ask you that please subscribe to the YouTube channel for Time for Bank Exams. And now let us have a look at the questions, the way the directions are worded. It is, as I have told you earlier also in the other sessions also, that it is very important for you to read the directions carefully and follow the directions. Similar question type could be there, yes, but the format may be slightly different. So it's very important that you read the directions. Now let's see here. It says, in the following passage, there are blanks, each of which has been numbered and one word has been suggested alongside the blank. So the blanks are numbered as well as some words have been suggested alongside the blank. Now these numbers are printed below the passage, and against each 5 options are given. So for each blank, yes, for each blank you have got 5 options. In 4 of the options, a word in each option is given as an alternative for the suggested word for the blank. Find out the appropriate word which fits the blank. If the given suggested word alongside the blank in the passage fits the passage, then option 5 is your answer. That means no change. The word that is already given there alongside the blank, according to you, that is the best word for that particular sentence that fits into the paragraph, in the context of the paragraph, right? So, all right, so let us start with the first paragraph here. Now, the way to go about these questions is that, you do not consider each sentence separately. It may happen that, individually you may have marked the right word for that particular sentence, but then the sentences are not gelling together. Hence, it is imperative that you quickly scan the paragraph. So let's see along with the blanks. We'll do that here. Saudi Arabia has announced a grand strategy to the suggested word is lead, to lead the kingdom of oil and create an investment-driven economy. Yet, pay attention to such, changes that are there within the paragraph, such turns that are there. Yet between the lines of its vision to kick what royals are calling an oil addiction are clear steps for Saudi to dash its other habit, reliance on US economic and military support. So having read this much, yes, we are in a right position to start filling in. So Saudi Arabia has announced a grand strategy to dash the kingdom of oil and create an investment-driven economy. So shifting from the oil-driven economy to an investment-driven economy, right? So if you look at the suggested words here, to lead doesn't fit at all. And the other words that are there, to wean off, to wear off, to kick off, to feed off. Now these phrasal verbs that are there, yes, of all these phrasal verbs, wean off is the one that fits the best. Now, what does wean off mean? It means to make someone or something stop doing or using something, right? So, for example, efforts are being made to wean the country off foreign oil. That means the country will not be using oil that has been, yes, that has been produced or, taken out domestically. So wean off is the word over here. So Saudi Arabia has announced a grand strategy to wean off the kingdom of oil and create an investment driven economy. So the change over here we can see, yes, away from the oil driven economy to an investment driven economy. So the other phrasal verbs, yes, they wear off, yes, kick off, feed off, they don't fit in at all. Yes, all right. Now let us proceed here. Yet between the lines of its vision, to kick what royals are calling an oil addiction are clear steps for Saudi to dash its other habit. To do what? Now what we'll do is, we'll take up one blank at a time. Before we proceed to the second one, we will also check out how, or why the other ones cannot be used, other options cannot be used. So wear off, when you say that, when you talk about something, when you talk about the euphoria, you can say, after having won a match or something, you can say the euphoria, yes, has worn off. So it has subsided, yes, used in that manner. Kick off, yes, you can kick off a football match, that means start, yes. Feed off. So if someone feeds off someone, that means like a parasite, right? So these other options definitely don't fit, and it is only wean off. Now let us look at the second blank here. Yes, when you look at the second blank, so here it is wean off. Let me write it here. Okay. Yet between the lines of its vision, to kick what royals are calling an oil addiction are clear steps for Saudi to dash its other habit. And the habit is given over here. Reliance on US economic and military support. So to kick its habit, to kick a habit. What does it mean? When you kick a habit, that means you give up that habit. You no longer follow that, right? So check doesn't fit, buck doesn't fit, tick doesn't fit. So kick its other habit. All the words listed above in this, all the options that are given here are verbs in their infinitive forms. Yes, the meaning of kick is to put an end to something bad or something dangerous. Yes, you kick the habit of smoking, right? The boy was made to kick the habit of taking drugs. Yes, so other words, they do not fit into the context. So the second blank over here is definitely to kick its habit, to give up its habit of relying on US, yes, economic and military support. Now let's go to the third blank over here. So yes, so we have wean off, and we have to kick its other habit. Now let's proceed. Such a shift. See, initially only we realize that there's a shift, right? Such a shift has the potential to profoundly reshape Saudi Arabia. But, yes, again a turn over here, but it is unclear whether a newly unbound kingdom would play a dash role in the region or expand its proxy wars against Iran. So, but it is unclear whether the new Saudi Arabia, right, would play a dash role in the region. So, would play a conclusive role, leading to what, right? So, the suggested word over here does not fit. So, we want to say whether the new Saudi Arabia will have an impact in the region, yes, will be a regional power, something like that, right? So, not inclusive, not exclusive, yes, but productive role. This is the best word over here, the positive word over here, right? It is unclear whether a newly unbound kingdom would play a productive role in the region or expand its proxy war against Iran. And then we have the fourth blank, which we will take up now. Now, the meaning of productive, yes, is doing or achieving a lot, is working hard and getting good results. So you can say that, okay, some workers are more productive than others. You can also say that I have had a productive day today. And the other objectives, they have different meanings altogether and they do not fit into the context of the paragraph. So the third word, yes, productive. Wean off, kick, productive, right? So we go to the fourth one now. And yes, so let us wean off, kick, yes, would play a productive role in the region or expand its proxy wars against Iran and dash the Middle East. And no, attack the Middle East, that would be completely wrong. Influence the Middle East to do what? Yes, that is vague over here. So not influence. So because we are talking about expand its proxy wars against Iran, so then would Saudi Arabia play a positive role or would it play a negative role? That is what the sentence is coming to. So the positive part we have taken care of with the word productive, and then the negative part now. Yes, and inflate is completely out of context. Yes, when you fill something with air, so that is inflate, right? So instigate would be to push someone into doing something wrong. So again, I mean, there's no other country that is mentioned like that, that Saudi Arabia will be instigating that country or that leader, nothing like that. So ruled out. Inflame. Yes. Would it expand its proxy wars? Would it carry on? Would the war spread then? Yes. And inflame the Middle East. Right? So inflame is to make something violent. So other words, they do not fit in at all, as we have seen. So we have the fourth one as inflame. Now we move to the fifth word, right? So we had wean off, yes, kick its habit, would play a productive role, yes, Iran, yes, proxy wars against Iran, and inflame, yes, inflame the Middle East. And while some observers predict that the 2030 plan will carry with it a wave of social changes, the closed conservative kingdom, which kingdom are we talking about? Saudi Arabia. The closed conservative kingdom may find a way to dash such influences, may find a way to work around such influences. Yes. So the correct word over here is circumvent. Circulate, ruled out. Such influences in unveiling the so-called Saudi Vision 2030 plan, Saudi Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman laid out a bold strategy. So the correct word is circumvent. The meaning of circumvent is to avoid, yes, to avoid, yes, by being stopped by something, such as a law or a rule. So you find a loophole and you, yes, work according to that, yes, to get around something in a very clever, sometimes dishonest way also, yes, that would be circumvent. So you can circumvent a problem by using a new process, right? Or sometimes companies, in order to evade taxes, yes, to what do? They open their accounts abroad. So that is to circumvent the issue of paying taxes. Yes, so it can be used in either way, right? So intensify, inspect, and subjugate, yes, they do not fit into the context. Intensify to make something worse, right? Inspect is to check. Subjugate is to bring under your control. So here that is the way, the paragraph has to make sense. That you have to keep in mind, right? The sentences individually, yes, can or may take up some other words also, but we have to take care that all the sentences fit together as a paragraph. All right, now let's have some more practice here. Same directions, right? Blanks are there in the paragraph which are numbered. Yes, a word has been suggested, and then there are 5 options, of which the 5th option is the suggested word. Let's read the full paragraph this time. So there are only 3 blanks, right? The flip side of the dash e-commerce industry unveils a flip side, that means the other side, right? Unveils a complex web of challenges that beset online businesses. While the digital realm offers unparalleled opportunities for growth and global reach, it also presents a myriad of dash obstacles that demand deft navigation. So the positives and the negatives both, right? One of the foremost predicaments lies in the realm of cybersecurity. As e-commerce flourishes, so does the risk of cyber threats ranging from data dash to identity theft. Protecting digital systems from sophisticated attacks requires advanced security measures, strong encryption protocols, and constant monitoring. All right, now let's start with the first one. The flip side of the dash e-commerce industry unveils the e-commerce industry is not a very old industry, a pretty new one, right? Unveils a complex web of challenges that beset online businesses. Now, if you see the word here, yes, burgeoning is the word that is used when you're talking about something that is growing, expanding, right? So flowering is, it suggests a developmental process, but it does not fit in this context. So there is something, when we talk about words, there's something known as, yes, collocation. That is which word fits into which context. So flowering is the wrong word for this particular sentence, right? Dwindling means decreasing. Impoverished is related to being poor, right? And blooming is not used again in such situations. So burgeoning is the right word. The flip side of the growing, burgeoning, expanding, right? So that is the correct word here. Then we move to the next part. The flip side of the burgeoning e-commerce industry unveils a complex web of challenges. Now, while over here presents a contrast, while the digital realm offers unparalleled opportunities for growth and global reach, the positive part, it also presents a myriad of dash obstacles. So we want an adjective for obstacles, right? So the correct word here would be, yes, the word naughty is given. Now what does naughty mean? Yes, naughty means something that is complex and difficult. Yes, complex and difficult. If it's a naughty problem, it's difficult to solve, right? Puzzling, unable to understand. Yes, then tortuous. Tortuous is something that is again twisted. Prune means to trim. Intricate is complex. Yes. Tortuous is twisted. Yes. Prune is to trim. So let us read it again. It also presents a myriad of dash obstacles that demand deft navigation. So deft navigation required for intricate obstacles, complex, difficult to understand, difficult to work through. Right? So this is the best fit over here. Yes, something that is complicated. All right. So this is the fourth option that fits over here. And we move on to the next sentence. The flip side of the burgeoning e-commerce industry. And over here it also presents a myriad of intricate obstacles that demand deft navigation. One of the foremost predicaments lies in the realm of cybersecurity. As e-commerce flourishes, so does the risk of cyber threats, ranging from data breaches, that is the correct word. The word breach is apt over here. It's accurate, it doesn't need any replacement. Yes. Look here. See, data violate is wrong. It could have been data violations. Yes. Infringements, splits and blocks completely ruled out. Right. So the correct form of the word that we require is breaches, data breaches, to identify theft. So that is, yes, the correct answer over here for the eighth one. Now let us proceed further here. Additionally, the same paragraph continues. Additionally, the relentless competition in the e-commerce landscape poses a dash challenge, poses a big challenge. That is what we want, right? Yes. So mighty is, yes, it does mean big also, but there are other words which may be better suited. So we have to check out the other words. Insignificant, opposite, trivial, something of hardly any consequence. Yes. So we have formidable and intimidating as well as mighty to choose from. Yes. Now the word mighty implies that the challenge is impressive or powerful, but it does not convey the idea that the competition is difficult or demanding. Yes. So we have a better word than mighty to be used over here. Yes, and that word is formidable. A formidable challenge, a challenge that would be difficult to overcome, right? So formidable fits the best for this particular sentence in this context. Yes, it means inspiring fear or respect due to being powerful or impressive, difficult to overcome. Intimidating is just something that is that makes the others fearful, right? So that is also ruled out over here. It means causing fear or putting fear into somebody else's mind, heart, like that. So formidable is the right word. See the intensity of the word has to match the intensity of the ideas that have been put forth in the paragraph. Now on to the next blank over here. So formidable challenge, standing out in the crowded online marketplace becomes more challenging as numerous stores compete for consumer attention. So competition is tough. Businesses must employ dash marketing strategies. So we need an adjective for marketing strategies. Yes, personalized customer experiences and innovative product offerings to carve a niche in the digital realm. Now the word suggested over here is devious. Now devious suggests, it's a negative word, right? It suggests that businesses need to be cunning, shrewd, right? In order to get over the competition, right? Now this is in the context of the paragraph, so we don't need a negative word over here. We don't want to say that they have to resort to some underhand tactics, right? So we have the word astute over here, which means clever. So businesses must employ astute marketing strategies. Knowing, yes, has got no sense over here. Yes, the sentence would not make any sense at all. Imbecile is used for a fool. Yes, naive is somebody who is innocent, gullible. So, or innocent marketing or naive marketing. Naive marketing is not going to help the businesses be in competition with the others. So yes, so imbecile, naive ruled out, and we have astute, yes, used as a positive word over here that best fits the context. So astute means having or showing an ability to accurately assess situations or people and turn them to one's advantage. Right? So this is how we go through these close passages. So there are two ways. One, you read the whole paragraph quickly, right? And then in the second reading, you start filling in the blank. But that takes a little bit of time, and in the middle of the exam, yes, so one is a little, wary of spending so much time in that manner. So what you should do is at least read 3-4 sentences. Do not just start off with the first sentence. So read 3-4 sentences, you will understand the context of the paragraph, you will understand the tone of the author, and then you start filling in. And then as you read further, you will be able to fill in. And remember, as I told you earlier, the whole paragraph has to gel together, all the sentences as one single paragraph, right? Okay, so all the best, practice a lot. Join, subscribe, Time for Bank Exams, for various competitive exams. You have all the information on the screen for you, and the links are given in the description box. For classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center, and for online courses, you can enroll at @timeforE.info www.bankexams.in/bankssc online. Thank you. Keep practicing. Do well. All the best.